and it's a very, very special Wednesday today, and it's a very special latest news to keep us in the groove with Maya. Maya, why is it so special today?
Because Anthony Keyvan is calling in.
Woo! Anthony Keyvan's calling in! That's awesome! And all the applause, roaring applause. That is awesome. Anthony, welcome to the show. Welcome to Maya's show. Maya, my friend, take it away.
Okay, so who or what inspired you to start acting?
Ever since I was little, I've always been kind of like a super performative kid. Like I was always singing and dancing. And it was actually my grandma who kind of convinced my parents that they should put me into acting because she'd always babysit me when I was younger. And I remember her telling me this story of I would pick up anything and pretend it was a phone and pretend I was having a conversation with people since I was like 2 years old. And she thought it was the coolest thing ever. And so when I was 5, we got approached by some lady who was advertising this acting school. And my parents were like, well, the opportunity has presented itself. They put me into this acting school and I fell in love with it. I started out doing commercials and print and then slowly transitioned into TV and film.
Oh, cool. So you played Nathan on Alexa and Katie, and that's Alexa and Katie is just one of my favorite shows, and Nathan just cracks me up. So could you relate to Nathan in any way?
I really could. I actually, in high school, was in the drama club, which is how Nathan is friends with Katie on the show. And what's really funny is right before we filmed my first episode, my junior year of high school, they were putting on the production of Romeo and Juliet, which, if you remember, is the first episode that my character was on. And I just remember I played Lord Capulet on in the play, and then I played Lord Capulet on the show. So I thought it was just the coolest thing ever. My very first episode, I played the exact same character I played in the play Romeo and Juliet that I did in high school.
Oh, cool. So did you have a favorite episode to film?
My favorite episode, I think, was the New Year's episode. I believe that was in season 2, because that was I believe it was my second episode. It was the first time that I had recurred on the show. And when I first started out on Alexa and Katie, I was only supposed to be on one episode. I auditioned to be a guest star, so one-time thing, and they decided they really liked me, I guess, and they wanted to bring me back, which was really, really cool because everyone on that show is awesome. And that was probably my favorite episode for that reason.
Oh, cool. So you've been in so many different shows and movies. Have you had a favorite project or character you've played?
Oh, that's really hard. I would probably say the character I played in this feature film that I did last year, Ellis Azad, and the feature is called Student Body, which is coming out this year. He was my favorite character for sure. I never gotten to play a character like him before. Usually I do a lot of comedy, which you can see from Alexa and Katie. And that was my first lead in a film that was in a serious kind of setting. It was a drama. So that was probably my favorite character.
Oh, cool. My next question is actually about Student Body. So I know it's a horror movie. And what drew you to this project?
Well, without giving away too much, it's a feminist thriller. And I think right now, especially seeing the rise of women in the industry, in the film industry, I thought it was a really cool project to be a part of because the director, Leanne Hoover, who was also the writer, she was a first-time director/writer of a film, and it was my first time working with a female director of a film. So I think that was really one of the main reasons why I wanted to be a part of something like that. The storyline as well. I can't give away too much because we haven't dropped the trailer, but that, and also because of how Leanne really put everything into that script, I could tell it was going to be a really cool film to be a part of.
Oh, cool. Do you have a favorite horror movie?
The Conjuring. I love that one.
I haven't seen that one because I'll be honest, I can't really handle horror movies.
That's fair. It is a really scary one.
So I'm obsessed with thrillers, but I just can't handle horror movies because I won't sleep. And when I do, I'll have like nightmares about it. So so do you have any pre-taping or pre-audition rituals?
Not necessarily ritual, but I do make a habit of arriving to any audition like super ridiculously early. I would probably get there an hour early, just to make sure I find parking, just to make sure I can calm down right before. I'm kind of a nervous person. I care about what I do, and I really worry about making a good impression whenever I audition. So getting there early, calming myself down, going over my lines as much as possible, that's kind of what brings me down and gets me ready for an audition. As far as taping goes, it's actually really funny. As soon as I have the job, I'm not nervous at all. I think the nerves are definitely just for the audition process. I know that I'm capable of doing it, but it's just the audition process is such a nerve-wracking experience. You never get used to it. But right before taping, I eat breakfast, make sure I got a full stomach, and then I'm ready for the rest of the day.
Oh, cool. So who is your dream actor to work with?
Oh my gosh. Meryl Streep. Definitely Meryl Streep. I loved her in Big Little Lies. I loved her in Over My Dead Body. Love her in everything that she does. And probably Robert De Niro too. Those two are my top people.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I love both Meryl Streep and Robert De Niro. So what do you like to do in your spare time?
My spare time, I love hanging out with my friends. I like going on road trips. I just got back from Joshua Tree, which wasn't really a road trip, but it was a fun little trip I got to do with my friends. Especially right now, there's not much you can do. So yeah, we went camping out in Joshua Tree. I love recently spending time in nature. Definitely the quarantine has made me kind of realize, I got to step outside more, so definitely going for walks, being as active as possible as I can. I like to do that in my free time.
Cool. Yeah. It's been so hot here in Denver. Like, I like going outside and going for walks and stuff, but I haven't been able to.
We've had a heat wave here in LA. Like the past 3 days was like almost 100 degrees. It was really bad.
Yeah. Yeah. My sister and I went for a walk a couple days ago, and it was like we got like halfway around the block, and then I was like, okay, I have to go inside. I feel like I'm gonna pass out. Oh, it's so hot. Yeah. So do you have a show that you're currently binge watching?
I just started Queen of the South, so I can't really say that I'm binging that one yet because I haven't fully committed. But I did just finish part 2 of Mr. Iglesias on Netflix.
Oh, cool. I haven't seen that one yet.
That's a good one. If you like Alexa and Katie, I think you'd like Mr. Iglesias.
Okay. I'll write that down. I'll put it on the list. So what topic could you host your own podcast about?
That is a really good question. Oh my God. I would probably do a podcast for young actors who are looking into getting in the business, because I know I would have really appreciated that starting out. It is a really tough business to be in, and a lot of things I had to learn on my own. I had someone that could tell me, so I'd probably do a podcast on that.
Oh, cool. So have you found any new hobbies or talents while quarantined?
I have started reading more. I wish I could say I would read more often than I do, but I just finished the book, The Power of Now. I really enjoyed that one. I've also started painting, but it's not really my own. It's the color number painting ones that you like match the color to the number. So, because I'm not really good at painting myself, but I'm good at following directions.
Yeah, I'm sometimes not even good at following directions. So, yeah, usually I'm just like, no, you can't tell me what to do. So if you could have any song playing to announce your entrance into a room, what song would it be?
Oh my. Let me check, actually.
Okay.
Because I have this playlist that I've been working on. Van Horn by Saint Motel. I just added it to my playlist because I heard it the other day. I forgot what it was called, but that is a great song. Love that song.
Cool. Yeah. My whole quarantine playlist has basically been like, I've gotten super obsessed with some Broadway soundtracks. Especially Spring Awakening, like that's just my favorite. And so my whole playlist is like Spring Awakening and Rent and First Date and then Asher Angel and just like all these.
That's awesome. I actually just watched Hamilton the other day with my family. I loved it.
Cool. Yeah. I thought it was really good. I had no idea Jonathan Groff was in it, and I love him. And so I was so excited when I saw he was in it.
He played the king, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh God, I thought that was he was probably one of the funniest parts of that.
Yeah, he was probably, like, I loved everybody in it, but he was probably my favorite. So what do you do when you're having a bad day?
What I do when I'm having a bad day, what's most important is when you realize you're having a bad day. And a lot of times I'll notice myself not being as kind or as patient with people like my family. I think communication is really important. Letting people know that you're not having a great day so that they can be there to support you, the people that you love. I also love taking baths. Taking baths definitely helps me calm down. I'm having a little bit of anxiety, and making sure you're hydrated is so important. I just got this Hydro Flask. It's like 40 ounces, and I drink like 3 of these a day. This and a 30-minute walk a day, if you can, definitely helps me boost my mood.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Like, just getting outside just always makes my mood better.
Just a little bit of fresh air. It makes your day twice as good.
Yeah. Except right now, just like stepping outside for a minute, I feel like I'm gonna like burst into flames.
I know. Maybe if you can find some shade, then.
Yeah. So is there a movie or book that's had a big impact on your life?
Honestly, it's gonna sound crazy, but The Incredibles. That movie is really special to me because that was the movie that my family would watch whenever us as a family was having a tough time, whatever it may be. That was what we would go to because we kind of related to that family. Because we saw ourselves as superheroes sometimes, the things that we would have to go through. That movie is really, really special to me.
Oh, cool. Yeah. I feel like the movie that I'm going to say, I can't really say has like now it has like an impact on my life, but I can't really say that, or I can't say that it has for years because it just came out last year. But still, I like my mom and my sister always like I watch it every night, and they don't know how I can watch it like, over and over again. It's a movie called Shazam.
Oh yeah, Jovan was in that movie.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like my favorite movie ever. So
It's really good.
yeah, that and Reese Witherspoon's movie Home Again. Those two.
I love Reese Witherspoon.
Yeah, me too. So my last question for you is, who do you consider to be a real life superhero and why?
That question I have a very easy answer for. Definitely my mom. My mom is a real life superhero for sure. When my parents decided they wanted to help me with my dream of acting, my mom quit her job so that she could take me to auditions and take me to work whenever I could, because obviously when you're a kid, you can't take yourself to those things. And then my dad got a second job to help pay the bills. My mom really prides herself in the fact that she is an immigrant and she was a first generation college student. She got her master's degree when she was pregnant with me. And she really wanted to make sure that she could provide for me and my brother. And I knew it was a really, really hard decision for her to just sacrifice her career so that she can make my career happen. And I really do owe everything, all of my success to that woman for sure. She is my real life superhero.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, my mom and my sister are my superheroes. Thank you. That was my last question. So thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm honored to be on the show.
I had just such a great time talking to you. So thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Anthony Keyvan, we'll talk to you again, hopefully another time. Have a great day, my friend.
Take care.